Hello there people, today we are doing a video about the second Spanish Civil War, you can say now. So first we have, like, you can say now, the Spain, which wants to now be dictatorship in the north, and you've got Catalonia, which the northwest has described Catalonia as being now independent if they win the war. And you've got this normal government, which is backed by some European countries. We'll see how this war plays out. Okay, so first the like rebels push up in the north, slowly making their way to the Portuguese border, which they do like entirely, like, isn't like Madrid about there, isn't it? So with all of their forces from here, push towards Madrid, also just take some villages in the mountains, but some local groups survive due to lack of intelligence by being, but mainly the Gibraltar part of the rebels is just gone, mainly. And also they're starting to slightly push into southern around Valencia, and they're pushing up. Oh, they're pushing up the Spanish rebels to around where they're like thinking up, but they see that they're now kind of partially surrounded, which they just push up and reunite with the rest of the squad, which pushes the squad further forward because they just saw that just happen right in front of their eyes to see the Spanish government is absolutely failing. The monarchists, is it monarch? Yeah, they do have a monarch, don't they? The monarch is absolutely going out of control. They're trying to find a new city of Madrid to get taken, which they found a suitable one, literally next to Gibraltar. So the rebel group, they've moved all of their like presidential things to down here, where like the attack happened, and Madrid is on the verge of falling. The new dictatorship has now made its way to the surrounding village, which the normal Spanish government, they look like they're doing the absolutely worst they can possibly do. For example, so if the literally bend around, and Madrid, which is heavily guarded, gets a bit more protected around the middle, slightly more protected, or maybe they've already taken Madrid, I don't know, but they might have taken all of Madrid. Maybe Madrid's up here instead of down here, but it doesn't really matter because they've moved the government stuff, which they are protecting the people of Madrid. But their capital is around there, which they like is secluded off in the corner. The only thing prone is invasions from like the west, which is all of their allies. But let's show. So you know the teams I was talking about earlier? Portugal. Yeah, They like the normal government. They like the normal government, and they decide. So we'll give you economic aid if you win this war. We would immediately declare war on the Castile's team if everything goes wrong. And the government says, I'm also giving you some troops, which they don't take lightly, which also just leads to the consolidation of Portuguese border on the red team. They just push up on the west, because you've got troops coming from the west. They're perfectly fine. You see that the blue team, you can kind of say they're winning, they're close, but they the red team is nearby their capital. But mainly blue team sees this weakness, both like that, it's like Madrid, and cuts off Madrid from the outside world. Many people are killed in the massacre of Madrid, including including the rebels' forces, which they fail. Supplies reopened back up to the city from two different directions, and also they literally take out the back. Now it's like Madrid has been saved, but which now the like Castile team, you can say Castile team pushes down the east, because that's where Portugal's been gonna be putting less troops on the ground. Is because they see that as a win for the Reds. Nope, not really. Reds, the Reds keep pushing them away from Madrid. Now, they've only lost a region. I would say that's a region of Spanish. You got the Spanish, like you got Portuguese. You got the like 20% of the Spanish army is made up of the Portuguese army, which the Portuguese decide we'll join the war now, because the situation is gonna look dire. The Spanish troops, they're completely obliterated. Spanish rebels started uprisings in many cities, including Valencia. Valencia's up there. Well, they're getting closer to Gibraltar, which was one of their old territories, which they want back. Which they are close to getting back. They're taking their way around it. It's mainly just Madrid which is still holding on, which the population there greatly. Which then Spanish doesn't even know that they've taken Gibraltar, and the population say, do not tell anyone about this. Which they don't tell anyone about it, and they are still thought to be under control, which entirely plays to their hands. The whole entire province decides we're going to make an army, and they send Morse code over to the capital over here. Say, put all your forces in over here towards Madrid. We are coming. Which they do. They're there, and the battle of Madrid has happening. They're gonna block off. They're gonna surround, and take over some regions surrounding. So, three of us. Which the Madrid people, they move south, See, Madrid likes the people here, but most people don't. Which they make a pretty strong foothold around the city, which mainly just provokes some more increasing attack on the southern areas. And eventually, the whole entire, you could say, alliance has met up, but also coming with some risk, which they're willing to take. They take Still's capital. Ronaldo've moved it to Barcelona in area, and they say, you are going to be the one. You're just gonna say, which they say, hippie. In which the red team goes with the change of leadership. Boom and boom. The rebels are literally just found out again. It doesn't look. It's not good for the red team. They've the capital to worry about, but they're pushing. They're doing okay. They're gonna push to the. This has probably lasted a couple years by now. Probably 4 years. And the 4 years is probably meant that economic stability in the Red Nation is at an all-time high, which now you could say the new leader of US does not care about Spain and stopped sending aid, which now the revolt sends airstrikes, boom, 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 and puts airstrikes in all different locations. They're not and many different see this. Also, just put one in southern thing, which they see as an act of war, calling their great old buddies the new nation, which has currently been formed in the island over here. Like them little islands. Yeah, those are now on Spain's side. Which, because of their island nature, they're now in the area. Is it? Which they take Valencia. Okay, light blue team surrounds thing and absolutely takes over Madrid, but also, and then they decide we need to make this our new capital, which they really do. In Spain, there's like a country still is alive, but it just looks like west and a slight holding in the east. In the Balearic Islands, yeah. And they've pushed in pretty well. They're in, what was it named? Catalonia. Well, mainly the small force gets killed, which does lose some pretty good people in the Battle of Valencia, which this had 500 troops, but they lost 30,000 troops. That is godly bad for them. But due to holding out. They're getting trade lines from the UK, which is one of the suppliers. There's Portugal, long treaty with Portugal. Or it's mainly just Catalonia now from the start. So it looks the red team has taken more. The blue team has taken Madrid, but both nations have lost their capital. And it's only Catalonia. This is just magnificent. Catalonia eventually takes all of the Balearic Islands and actually pushes in, and they're gonna take Lisbon because they think that's where the Spanish government is. Wow. All I see is Portuguese government, which do still, yeah, we want that because they're the club for us. Which the Battle of Lisbon, but they move it to Porto. Yeah, and might have been absolutely misplayed. Now they've just been pushed out of Portugal because absolutely Portugal masterclass, which Portugal has now. And you got the Gibraltar thing coming back area, which is so. So Italy supporting this. I don't know why, but he just likes it. And still, after heavy revolutions against the upholding from Portugal, they 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 get rethink. But overall, from the heavy revolutions, the red team is not very thrilled and starts pushing back from Madrid, which they eventually take. But the mainly just go in and say, this has been going on for like 10 years now. The Iberian Wars, you've got some little hardy house in the mountains for the blue team. That's not a mountain, that's flipping Madrid then. Yeah, Madrid. They still have they have a foothold just on the outskirts of Madrid. And the others, they're gonna just start moving pretty quickly, pretty limply. This is like 95% of Spain's like army is Portuguese, so with heavy losses following suit, they use their their flipping, what's it called again, missile, and they destroy the capital city, Barcelona. They didn't want to do this, but they did it, and they take us Catalonia again, which Castile easily now just takes back, and which now Castile has had enough, which Castile is one of the founders of Spain. Yeah, one of the founders. They flip and retake Madrid. They have literally doubled the population. The population is rising for them. The same prime minister's been in power. They don't like this, the Spanish people. Which Spain's just with some outlaws, even including the capital. Which there's a massive Madrid uprising, which entirely connects. And the Spanish have now decided we want peace. So the peace deal is probably going to be pretty favourable to the blue side, but the red side did keep a pretty good reputation. So let's see this peace deal in a couple of seconds. Red side has been absolutely destroyed. You got the Spain, which is currently just in Madrid. You got the Castile and Leon. You got just Catalonia, which is good. You got the Gibraltar over here with revolt, and you've also got the Valencia revolt. And the Portugal has gained a tiny bit of land, which Spain they don't like, which means there's probably going to be a war between Spain and Portugal in my next video. See you soon in Hardy Crab. Keep scuttling along and have a merry good day.